Good morning, happy Friday. I am taking forever to get ready today. So I decided why not vlog while I'm doing that. I need to get a tripod. So in the meantime, I'm just gonna try this handheld. This is my eyeshadow palette. You probably saw that there's a couple broken ones, or maybe there's just one missing. It fell off of a high shelf, unfortunately, and one of them popped out, but it's not a color I like, so that was lucky. I straightened my hair today. It's a new thing. I have naturally curly hair. I don't straighten it very often, but I've decided to try straightening it more often. I know today's did not work out great. I slept on it and let it dry. It was super curly when I woke up. I was hoping it would be straighter because I really like smoothed it out when it was wet, but sleeping on it, it just really curled up. So anyway, blow dried it. I don't love it today, but we're gonna go with it. I don't think I've talked about this yet, but I right now am doing the silver trend. I have never really wanted to color my hair for multiple reasons. I can't remember if I talked about this last time, but either way, I think it's pretty. I have a couple streaks coming in here. I call it my divorce streak. Whatever it is, I think it's pretty. And it kind of makes it look like I have highlights and different lighting. I mean, obviously not, but I think it's pretty. I like natural. I'm a super genuine person. I don't like anything fake. So I'm not saying that coloring your hair is necessarily fake, but for me, I've been having this debate for a long time. Like if my hair wants to go gray, like, or silver, that sounds better. Why not let it, you know? And so anyway, gonna try it out. I'm loving it. I can change my mind at any point, but right now I'm choosing to not color it. So if you're curious about that, it is intentional. Where was I going with this? Back to my eyeshadow. Basically, I have like a really simple makeup routine. I don't like to wear a lot of makeup. I don't always wear makeup. So today I've already done my eyebrows. I've gone in with kind of a lighter pink. Let me see if I can show you some of it on the brush. Just kind of a lighter pink base color. I don't always do foundation. Today I'm gonna skip it. So super just chill makeup today. Because I'm wearing such a bright pink, we're gonna go in with this really hot pink color. You probably saw this in a second ago when I showed my close-up of my makeup. But anyway, this is just a palette from Target. I am not your makeup girl. I am a lot of other things, but I am not that. But I might as well tell you what I'm doing just because it will make this more interesting. So anyway, going in with a little bit of this pink, just right around that crease right there, blending it out. See how I like it. I like to wear pink on my eyes. I don't know. I know it doesn't work for everyone. I'm curious what you think. What do you think about pink? That kind of rhymes. Or it doesn't kind of, it rhymes. Anyway, I'm gonna go have lunch with my kids again. Trying to decide what to take. I like to bring like a milkshake or something fun with me. Sometimes I'll get a smoothie from Roxbury. I love doing that because it tastes so healthy and I just think it's really good to get a lot of fruit. Yesterday I brought grapes. That was fun. So anyway, I'm just thinking of like fun things to do there. But I'm gonna leave in a second so I don't want to take too much time with this. I don't know what just happened there. Maybe I had like a little bit of a darker color in the brush that I just flecked out. Okay, now we're going to do a little bit of blush and mascara. I might do more to my eyes in a second. This is a little trickier one-handed, but I think I can manage. So my favorite mascara is Maybelline. Well, okay, that's actually not true. I really love one by Nu Skin, but I don't always have it. I don't feel like it lasts as long, like before it starts to dry out in the tube, but I absolutely love it. If you have sensitive eyes, sorry for the shaking camera. If you have sensitive eyes though, that one is golden. Like I've had multiple people tell me they can't wear mascara. They tried that one and it does not burn their eyes at all. So if you have mascara issues, it does work really well. But I just like cheap drugstore makeup for a lot of stuff. I mean, I mix my products. I'm not loyal to one brand, but I love Maybelline mascara. There's several that I love, but right now I have Falsies. I know I showed you already, but that's what it says. So anyway, several coats of mascara. I feel really dumb saying this because I'm sure everybody knows this by now, but when I learned how to do makeup, I used to do this and push the mascara up, and that takes an eternity. So instead, you put the wand really close to the base of your eyelashes and you blink, and it pretty much like 10x's your application. So much better. Okay, so there is one eye. again, I am not a makeup person. I'm not going to do like makeup vlogs. I just thought I would do this while I'm getting ready today so I can start on that. I did get a little dot right there. Here we go. So again, sorry for the shaking camera. Whenever I redip my mascara wand, it shakes. I will figure out a tripod. I have one with a selfie light I'm actually pretty excited about, but when I got it, I didn't realize it's not on a stand, or maybe I did know that. Anyway, I needed one I could clip to things, and it does that, but it doesn't stand by itself. It also has to be plugged in, which I did not know. So to use the selfie light, it doesn't have any batteries. You have to plug it in with like a USB or something, and that's annoying. So we'll see what I end up getting for that. But I mean, I have like a good old fashioned like camera tripod. I could get the attachment for my phone and use that, but I'm really trying to keep this as simple as possible. I'm very new to vlogging, so like I'm sure I'll get better as I go. It'll be funny to come back and watch these in like a year or two, and I'm gonna be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I started like that. But you gotta start somewhere. That's my belief. And better to start and improve than to be too scared to start. Like then you'll never improve. And another thing is I always teach my kids practice makes progress. Like I grew up hearing practice makes perfect. It doesn't, let's be honest, it doesn't always make perfect, but it does make progress. And progress is encouraging. And then if you keep practicing, then it makes more, okay, I don't always take this long on my mascara, but I actually do love mascara, you guys. Look at the difference. I love mascara. It's another thing about me. Like, I've considered getting lashes several times, but I can never bring myself to do it because you can always tell they're fake. Like, no matter how gorgeous they are, it's like, oh, you have such pretty lashes, but you're not complimenting the woman, you're complimenting her lashes. Like, I'm sorry, that's just not me. They're beautiful. If you have them, that's awesome. I'm always complimenting people when I see really gorgeous lashes, but like, I just like my eyelashes. So anyway, do you do your bottom lashes or not? I do. Sometimes. I don't always. Do you see the difference? Like, it's so subtle, but I do like to do a little bit on the bottom. Okay, anyway. You might see my Harry Potter shower curtain behind me. This is our Harry Potter bathroom. We love Harry Potter at this house. And whether you are a Harry Potter fan or not, it's really fun. Like, well, I guess that doesn't really work if you don't like it, but I think the decor is really fun. I love magic and mystery and imagination and I don't know, all those things. But I also feel like Harry Potter has so many good messages in it. It's not just about the fun and all of that. I mean, how exciting to go live in a castle and go to school. Like, that would have been really fun. But then, you know, the whole idea of like boarding and being away from your family is sad and not traditional. I definitely don't love that part. But anyway, we are huge Potter fans over here. So, I forgot, I'm gonna do some blush. Let me see if I can also manage that one-handed. Not that I don't do my makeup one-handed most of the time. It's just I'm not usually holding a phone with my other hand and like recording myself, so it's a little different. But I am, oops, I grabbed the wrong brush. I got these brushes from Saint. I used to sell Saint and I absolutely love their makeup, but the funny thing is I'm a horrible salesperson. I did it for a whole year, paid every month to be a distributor. This is one of the dumbest things I think that I've ever done. Not really, actually. I got some cool makeup from it and it was a good experience, like good learning. Mostly I did it because I wanted mentoring from my upline. Truth comes out. But anyways, I did it for a whole year. I never had a single person. Like, I did reels. I thought I was doing great. I mean, I'm sure they would have told me I could have done a lot more, but I feel like I was doing enough to at least get some interest. Not a single person. No one was interested. Nobody asked for anything until after a year, or at least several months. I was pretty close to a year. I closed out my account because I was like, I'm paying for nothing. I'm not making any money. Like, I'm paying to do this. This is dumb. I canceled out my account. And then I had like at least 2 people, maybe 3, message me like right after that. Like, hey, I want to buy some makeup. And I was like, sorry, I will send you to this person that's awesome that was my previous upline because I can't help you. But anyway, I actually did go back to the company and say, hey, could I like fix that really quick? Now I actually want to do it. And they said, yeah, just start over and like pay. Just finished putting on my gloss. I like this one from, is it Forever 21? Yes. Okay. And I don't know what brand it is. It's just, I don't know, a cheap one that they carry, but I love it. It just says lip gloss. It's Sorbet. So I just did a thing. It was time for me to leave to go have lunch with my kids, and I could not find my keys anywhere. And I started looking and they were not in any of the places that I leave my keys. I have a place that I hang them, and then sometimes I leave them on the floor by my shoes. I am notorious for losing my keys or not putting them back in the same place, so I have trained myself to be really, really good about that. Putting them in the same place, and guess what? They were nowhere. So I kind of freaked out a little bit and worried that maybe I locked them in my car. I have done that many times. It's embarrassing. I've had to have the police come out and like break into my car to get my keys. I have had, I mean, all kinds of trouble. I've had to get a ride before because I locked my keys in my car and I had to be somewhere and I didn't have time to like deal with that. So I got a ride from a complete stranger, which was awesome. I'm gonna switch to the side. I was horrified thinking that I had probably locked my keys in my car. I wasn't gonna have time to go deal with that, and I would miss lunch with my kids, which would be really sad for me and for them. But luckily, I'm smart enough that when I was walking outside to see if they're in my car, I remembered I lock my door when I leave. It's impossible that I could have gotten back inside if my keys were locked in my car. So I knew that I at least had them, that they were somewhere in my house, which made me feel better. And when I had that realization, I was like, there's no way. I just lost my train of thought. Sorry. I just knew that they had to be in my house somewhere. Oh, I was thinking there's no way I could lose them. Like, I always put them in those same two places. Like, I hang them up or I put them by my shoes. Rarely, if I'm in the middle of something, I might put them like on the counter for a second, but like they'll be easy to find because they're just on the counter. Anyway, I am really careful with my keys. So when I knew that for sure they weren't in my car, they had to be somewhere, it suddenly clicked that I was wearing a coat this morning because it was cold and they were in my coat pocket. So I went and got my coat, and sure enough, they were in my coat pocket. And the funny thing is, as I was leaving, I kept having a feeling to bring my coat, and I was arguing with it because it's not cold anymore. And my coat is bulky, and I had the thought, but it will be cold later tonight. At least you'll have it with you. And I was like, but I could go home and grab it. Like, I don't know, just bring this stupid coat. But I was just arguing with myself, and that's exactly what they were. So I need to do better at that. But I found my keys and I'm in my car and I'm on my way to have lunch with my kids, and now I'm really pressed for time, especially because I had to like do a mad search for my keys, which actually that really didn't add that much time. So still trying to figure out what to bring them as a little snack. I will think of something. If nothing else, one of our favorite, at least one of my favorite treats is raisins. I'm obsessed with these. I eat so many. I don't know why. I just love them. The mixture of dark chocolate and caramel is just hard to beat. So I can just bring a handful of these like if I have to, but I think I have time. I think I'm gonna grab something. So I will be back in a minute to let you know how that goes. But I could not believe the whole like keys like crisis. That was super stupid. Thinking that I locked my keys in my car is impossible because then I wouldn't have had a way to get into my house. But it did make me think about being more careful. I definitely don't want to do that. It would really stress me out to lose my keys or lock them in my car. So I am being careful to make sure that that doesn't happen. I'm more mindful of it. I will be more mindful of not losing my keys. So anyway, be back soon. I'm back. It's a few hours after I had lunch with my kids, just because I wasn't ready to come back and vlog after that. It's been a bit of a rough week and my kids are really emotional, and so I needed some time to kind of work on that. And then anyway, so just out driving Uber right now. I did a couple of deliveries and I'm just waiting for another offer to come through, so I thought I would just update you all on today. Sorry, I'm a little tired and a little sad. But anyway, not gonna go into it, just some hard stuff going on. And I'll just keep you guys updated. I'm just gonna kind of like drive. It was great to see them though. And I did want to come back and tell you, because I was talking about how I like to bring like a treat or a snack or something with me when I go have lunch with my kids. And today, for some reason, I was having a really hard time thinking of what to bring. Like, it seemed more important than normal, and I was not sure if it's just because I was kind of hungry and tired. Like, what I would normally think is okay to bring, I was like, no, I don't want to bring that. Like, I don't want to bring something sweet. And I thought about bringing like fries or something, which I'm sure I'll do sometime. But today I was like, no, I just wanted to bring something healthier. And I brought fruit yesterday, so I thought of fruit, but I don't want to bring fruit again. Like, it was crazy. I was just like so stuck on like trying to figure out what to bring. And I just, like, I come empty hand. Anyways, I come empty-handed, if I could say that, all the time, and just come spend time with my kids, and that's fine too. But like today I wanted to bring something. So I ended up going to the grocery store. There's a grocery store that's really close to their school. And I just thought I'll just like walk in and like see if anything looks good. And nothing was grabbing me. I was like, I could do this. Nah, I could do this. Like, it's so weird. I don't know why it mattered so much. But I happened to look over by the deli section and they had soup. And they had like 2 different kinds. And I was like, that sounds good. That would be different. Like, I can just bring it and eat it. And if they want some, they can have some. And if not, like, I'll just have it for lunch. They can try it or whatever. But it would be healthier. And like, it's not something that's sweet. Like, it's just different, you know? And so I went ahead and brought the soup. I got chicken noodle and it was actually pretty good. So cause that's something I make for my kids. It's a comfort food. It's one of their favorites. Whenever they're sick, I make chicken noodle soup. So I rarely ever buy it. Like, it's just something that I make homemade, but I was like, it's a lot like my homemade soup. It had like the wider noodles in it and stuff. Anyway, so the reason why this worked out so well is when I got to school, my youngest was finishing up lunch and I sat with her and she was still a little hungry. So she kept having like several bites of the soup and she really loved it. And then she went out to play at recess. And then my older daughter came and sat down and she's been having a rough week. And she just like, she looked a little like defeated and she sat down and looked at the lunch menus for today and was like, nothing really looks good. Can I just have the soup? And I said, of course you can. And so like, she just didn't buy a lunch today. She just sat down and had the soup that I brought and it was like a comfort food. And so I was really happy it worked out so well because like I didn't know what I was going to get and I didn't know where this was going to go, but it turned out that the thing that I brought was the thing that they needed. Like, they just needed some real food today. Like, I don't normally do that. I normally bring like a treat or something. So I just thought that was really cool. So Hannah got some chicken noodle soup today. And of course, like, they had saltines, like soda crackers you could grab and bring with it. So I had like a few of those and like they were eating the crackers and eating the soup and like talking to me. And it was just really fun. It was great to see them. It was, my mind just went blank. It was crazy hair day. So I will make sure to post a picture of my kids because they looked so cute with their crazy hair. And my little one, my youngest is in 3rd grade and she was telling me that someone made fun of her and called her Princess Medusa or Queen Medusa or something, was like telling me that that's so mean. And I was like, yeah, that's not very nice, but do you know who Medusa is? And she was like, yeah, the one with snake hair. So I was really impressed that she knew who Medusa was. Also sad that kids can be dumb sometimes and called her Medusa. But anyway, yeah, they just looked adorable. I didn't even recognize my son every time I saw him because they spray painted his hair red. His dad and stepmom, they're with them this week. And so every time I'd see him from a distance, like I would see this redheaded kid out of the corner of my eye and I was like, oh my gosh, that's Michael. So anyway, really fun to see their crazy hair and just really fun to see them. So anyway, I forgot to come back and tell you that part. So just wanted to add that in.
It was all about getting it to you as fast as possible.
It hasn't been to, I mean, it hasn't been to Europe or anything.
Yeah, I was just down there in August.